That's Dr. YaYa.
Well, hello, hello, hello. It's me again. You know who it is. It's me. It's me, the one you love. It's Dr. YaYa. And y'all know what I'm here to do. But before we get to that, you know what I always say. Listen, today, every lesson that you needed to learn, I hope you learned it. You learned it well. It stuck with you. You carried it with you. Every bit of inspiration and encouragement you needed to motivate you and press you forward. I believe that you got it and everything is great. So, I give you 30 minutes of practical wisdom and common sense. Hit me up on www.askdryaya.com for any questions that you may have, any comments, any concerns, any suggestions. I'm here for you. You can get your daily affirmation there as well. So here we are. It's me, your good girlfriend, your good Judy. And we are going to answer a question tonight. And as soon as I receive the email from Raquel, I will proceed. And I'm looking forward to this. Just based on the title alone, I'm looking forward to answering this particular question. I don't know how the email is going to be formed or how it's going to go, but I'm looking forward to the email. And here we go. We have the email. It says, "Dear Dr. YaYa, I have been wondering if I give off negative energy. And if so, how would I know?" That's a very good question. I think this question should be asked by a lot of people, probably all the time in different stages of your life. I think this question should be asked. So tonight, as we see the title of this particular episode, is how to know if you give off negative energy. How to know if you give off negative energy. And I would think that besides the obvious things like your body language or you having this frown on your face, I think it's much deeper than that. And I think it's in a way that we really don't consider, or we really don't understand that we're giving off this negative type of energy. And as we do all the time, we want to have a foundation, because we don't ever want to go in thinking that we're all on the same page and we all know what something means when we absolutely don't know what it means. So what is the meaning of negativity? Negativity means it's the expression of criticism of or pessimism about something, right? Pessimism, gloom, cynicism. To be negative means you have this defeatist type attitude. So now that we're all on the same page, because we are critical thinkers, let's begin to break down and unpack how to know if you're giving off this particular or some sort of negative energy. Well, the first thing is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is a surefire way of knowing that you're giving off negative energy. Negative self-talk is what you say to yourself and about yourself. Hey, what's going on, sis? It's good to see you. So when you have negative self-talk, you are certainly giving off negative energy. Well, give me an example, Doc. Well, okay, I will give you an example. Oh my goodness, I am so fat. I am so ugly. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'll ever make it. That promotion will never be mine. Nobody likes someone who is always speaking down, especially when they're speaking down about themselves. You don't want to participate in any negative self-talk. You don't want to do that. You talk yourself out of doing things. You talk yourself from doing things. It's just not healthy. And if you are the type of person that participates in negative self-talk, you are giving off negative energy. That's what you look. Nobody wants to be around you if all you have to say about yourself is something terrible. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm a klutz. I'm so clumsy. I'm an idiot. Nobody, look, that's negative energy. Nobody wants to be around that. So that's the first thing to know if you're giving off negative energy is the negative self-talk. It's the things that you say about yourself, right? The second thing, and this happens a lot. This also happens a whole hell of a lot. You brag about having mental health issues, but you never seek help. You ever meet those people? They brag about, oh, I think I'm bipolar. Yeah, I go from 0 to 100 real quick, and I just snap over every little thing. Let me tell you something. Nobody wants to hear that. It's good to see you, Rainy. Thank you for joining us tonight. Prosperous 2021 to you as well. So when people brag about having a mental health issue, oh, I'm always depressed, or, oh, I know something's wrong, but you never seek help. That is giving off negative energy, because you're just putting it out in the atmosphere. You're just putting it out there like you have these really big issues, but you never get them fixed. You never seek help. Someone could tell you, well, hey, if you feel like that, why don't you go see a therapist? I know, but I'll be all right. I'm so depressed. Oh my gosh, I've been battling depression. Have you seen a therapist or spoken with anyone? No, I haven't done it. But every time I come around you, you talk about these mental health issues, but you never seek help. That is a sign, a clear sign that you are giving off negative energy. A clear sign that you're giving off negative energy because you don't want to get the help that you know that you need. So you'll brag about it. People will put things like this on social media. Okay. All of these things. And as a side note, just a side journey, I don't care how many times you see all these nice, wonderful, beautiful affirmations that you like to share and retweet on social media because it sounds good. The majority of those people who are sharing those type things are negative people. Well, let's just be real. Negative people. I know I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you, Mom. So that, it sounds great. When people share, oh, get up, have a wonderful day. Oh, this is your day, or how great you are. The majority of those people who share those things are usually negative people and give off negative energy. Okay, so we just gonna put that right there. What people don't know is that your mind is programmed for negative bias, but I'm not gonna talk about that on this episode. How you doing, Anime? So let's get into this. Okay. You're bragging about having all of these issues, but you never get help. And every time someone stresses to you, hey, why don't you get help for it? Why don't you get help for it? You have all types of excuses. You are giving off negative energy. Negative energy. And it does not help anyone in any situation to continue to talk about a situation that you're not going to get help for. That's not healthy in and of itself. People get tired of hearing that. People get tired of you coming around them, telling them how depressed you are, how lonely you are, how you feel like, the world is crashing in on you, because they want you to be better. They want you to get help, and you won't do it. You're negative. You just won't do it. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm probably going to date myself with this statement, but there was an old country show called Hee Haw back in the day, and they had this song. And in the song, the guy said, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. That's how negative people are. Negative people are just like that. They stress it like that. And the more you try to tell them to be upbeat and positive, they have something to counter that. That's negative energy. Which brings us into the third thing. How to know if you give off negative energy. You complain about everything. Everything is a complaint. Everything is a complaint. You hate your job. You hate your coworkers. The weather's not good for you. You wish you had a different car. Everything. Your man, you complain about. Your woman, you complain about. You complain about your family members. Everything is a complaint. That's negative energy. Nothing is right with you, for you. Everything you complain about. You begin to push people away because they know that here comes negative Nelly. Absolutely. It's draining to hear. It's draining to hear. Oh, how was your day? Oh, you girl, my job. Oh, these people on my job. I can't take it. And then I got to go home and deal with this man. And oh my gosh. And these kids and, just everything. Oh, and then every time you complain, watch this. Every time a person complains like that, they end with, I'm so tired. Well, hell, I'd be tired too. Utterly exhausted if I complained all day. You can't help but to be tired. That's going to happen. They always end it. Whew, I'm just tired. I'm so tired. Because you complain too damn much. That's the problem. You're giving off negative energy and you're exhausting yourself to the point that you don't know what to do, but go to bed, but lay down. That's all you can do because you complain about everything. You are a chronic complainer. A chronic complainer. As soon as you wake up, oh man, I feel like I didn't sleep a wink. How was your day? It could have been better, right? We hear all of these things. Hey, Nicer, it's good to see you. We hear all of these things because you complain. You're giving off this negative energy. I can't take it. I don't know what to do, man. And the gas prices and oh my goodness. And milk has gone up 15 cents. And I just can't take it. You complain too much. You complain about everything. And I can understand some things happen in your life and you have a few complaints, but I'm talking about everything. Absolutely everything is a complaint. You are giving off negative energy. You are changing the whole atmosphere, not only for yourself, but for the people who are around you. It's absolutely not healthy at all. Not healthy at all. The fourth thing, and I know some of you probably know some people like this. You always see and point out the negative in other people. You always see something negative in other people, and you just have to point it out. You just have to say something about it. Because when you're in a negative place, you kind of point out these mistakes and these character flaws in others quicker than you are to appreciate some thoughtful type of action. Because you're in a negative place. And when you're in a negative place, you seek negativity. It's like it's attracted to you. You have that same type of energy. So you're quick to pick up on certain negative things as it pertains to them. And then you get into that judging type of mode. Oh, did you see you? Was that appropriate for a wedding, girl? I don't think she should have worn that to a wedding. And why is her face scrunched up like that? Why are his arms folded like that? I don't know. Is this something about him? I just get a bad type vibe because that's where you are. That's the kind of energy that you're giving off, and that's the kind of energy that you're attracting, because you're waiting for it. You're looking for it. It's sort of like waiting for the ball to drop. It's when people say things like, oh, it's too good to be true. That bothers me, because why can't things just be good? Why can't you just accept that, oh my goodness, this is a good thing. I'm feeling great, and live in that moment. But when you're not doing that, you want to cherry pick another person's character and another person's mistakes. You're giving off negative energy. So that means for some, they totally overlook what thoughtfulness a person has. They totally overlook how a person complimented them or said something nice to them. And they focus on what wasn't said or what wasn't done in a negative manner. So if you always see and have to point out the negative in other people, you are giving off negative energy. Because again, that is what you are looking for. That's the thing that you're honing in on. That's why your radar is up for negativity, because you're in that place. That's where you desire to be. So that's where you are. And as we move forward into this fifth thing, you are always living in the past. How do I know if I'm giving off negative energy, Dr. YaYa? I don't do those other things. Okay. Well, if you're always living in the past, you're giving off negative energy. Well, I don't understand. I don't understand how me, living in the past is giving off negative energy. Because let me tell you, if you're living in the past, every story that you tell is going to be about something in your past. Every experience that you have, everything that you try to relate and share with other people is going to be something about your past. Because living in your past will prevent you from moving forward and growing in life. So here you are trying to date, but if you're still living in the past, the only thing you can think about is how Michael treated you. So when you meet James, James is going to hear about, oh, I hope you're not like Michael. Michael was a dog, let me tell you. And he's just listening like, this is just so negative. I'm not Michael. I'm not, my name is James. Can we talk about you and I? But the first thing out of your mouth is, see, you got some characteristics like Michael, and I don't know about that. I can't, that kind of scares me. That's negative energy, because you can't move forward. You want to stay in the past. And when you hold on to things of the past, when you hold on to these things, it's going to stop you from pursuing your goals. You're going to stop building an awesome life. You're going to stop a lot of things. You won't be able to pursue your dreams. All of these things will stop you, because every time you open up your mouth, you want to talk about the past. You want to talk about the past. You want to tell everybody how terrible it was. You want to talk about it so much so that people know the whole story and can tell it back to you and tell you, look, you don't even have to repeat it, girl, because we got it. Sir, we understand that Susie Q hurt you and you don't want to be hurt like that again. I get it. I understand. But can we move on from Susie Q? That was 6 years ago. I don't want to talk about Susie Q anymore. I don't want to hear about Susie Q anymore, because it's making me sick to my stomach. You want to get to the point where you say, can we call these people from your past so they can give you a hearty apology or do something, because I can't take it. This is too much. That is negative energy. You just want to stay there. You want to sit there. You want to talk about it so much so to the point that the person that you can absolutely be happy with and build with, you run them away. You absolutely run them away. They don't know what to do anymore, because you're just so stuck on what happened in the year 2005. You're just so stuck on what happened that summer that you want to bring it up. Every summer, you want to talk about it. Yeah, I remember August 17th in 2005. I know, but this is August 17th of another year. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just, I'm just saying this day. I mean, it just really bothers me. Why does it bother you? This is not that day. That's negative energy. You can't keep living in the past. You can't keep doing that and expect something great to happen to you. Doesn't work like that. The next thing is that you attract toxic people into your life. You attract toxic people. You may not understand why you have the type of friends that you have, because you attract toxic people into your life when you're negative. And then you go and complain about it. Oh, my friend is just so, your friend is a reflection of you. Remember that old saying that we used to hear back in the day, birds of a feather? That still holds true. That still holds true. You attract those toxic people into your life because of what you say and what you do, and the matter of how you think. Those people are drawn to you. So not only are you toxic, but your friends are toxic as well. Because you're not going to have a friend that's very optimistic and positive for very long, because you're going to push them away. They're going to say, I can't deal with you. I'm trying to encourage you. I'm trying to inspire you. I'm trying to, build you up. And all you have are complaints and excuses as to why you can't be a better person. Nobody is sticking around for that. The only people that will stick around to keep you company in your misery are other miserable people. You attract toxic people. So if you have anybody toxic in your life, that means that you have given off some sort of negative energy that they're drawn to. You guys probably can sit down and complain together, or maybe you gossip together, or maybe you talk about family members together. Maybe it's a coworker and you complain about your job all the time with each other. But that's the negative energy. That's what that does. And then every year around this time, you say, I'm going to cut off all these toxic people in my life. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen until you deal with your negative energy. That's why it seldomly ever happens. You seldomly ever get rid of the toxic boyfriend. You seldomly ever get rid of the toxic girlfriend, because you're the one that's attracting this negative energy. And then you get frustrated when people bring it to your attention. They say, I thought you were getting rid of him. Girl, I know, but he won't go. He won't go because nothing has changed. It's not the other person, it's you. I know we don't like to hear that. We really don't. We don't like to hear it, but I think we should. It's you. You attract toxic people. If you have toxic people in your life, you cannot point the finger at them. You have to look at yourself and you have to say, what kind of damn energy am I giving off to have this in my life, and to accept it? More importantly, not that it shows up, because anything can show up. But the mere fact that you accept it is the real problem. That's the real issue. That's what you have to be mindful of. The fact that you have accepted this type of behavior into your. And I'm going to end it on with number 7. You sabotage your own success. That's how you know that you're giving off negative energy. You sabotage your own success, whether it be on your job, whether it be trying to start your business, whether it be in your relationships. You just sabotage. You just can't seem to hold on to any good thing. Not a healthy relationship, not a healthy friendship. Just things seem to fall apart. And it doesn't happen. Now, if this happens to you once, I even say maybe twice, you'll say, maybe I can, kind of shift this to the other person. But if this is something that's constantly happening in your life, that's you. You are the common denominator. And that's negative energy. You begin to sabotage things and you don't even think about it. Showing up late to work, picking a fight with your significant other. Those types of things as a way to just sabotage what's going on because you don't know if it's not going right. You don't know how to handle it. There are a lot of people out there who don't know how to handle things when things are going well because that's not their foundation. They probably grew up in a household where everybody was fighting and screaming and scrambling and scratching and windmilling and all of this other type stuff. So now when things are going well and the household is calm and peaceful and quiet, you want to start some shit because I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to handle this. Let me flip over a table or something because I don't know what's going on. That's that negative energy. And if you want to change that at some point, you're going to have to say, it's okay for me to be happy, healthy, reliable, compassionate. But if you can't say that, you might want to reevaluate and rethink what your perceptions are as pertains to your experiences. Because that's all negative energy. I mean, absolute, all of it is negative energy. Especially when you consider that you're sabotaging yourself. And especially when you understand that this is a cycle. And you're saying, why is this always happening to me? If you're saying that, that means there's a level of self-sabotage somewhere, either consciously or subconsciously. You could be doing this intentionally or it could be unintentionally. But either way, there's an amount of self-sabotage that is going on that you have to begin to recognize. And then when you recognize that, you have to say, why am I doing this? And the majority of the time, the reason why you're doing it is because you don't think that you deserve anything great in your life. You don't think that you're deserving of happiness and goodness and truth and loyalty and honesty. So you give off this negative energy and it causes you to begin to self-sabotage. Right there. Self-sabotage. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for this 30 minutes of practical wisdom and common sense as we unpacked how to know if you give off negative energy. I certainly appreciate your participation. I appreciate you listening. And I hope that you got something from this. Remember, you are loved, you are valued, and you are appreciated. And I will see you on the next episode. Love you guys. Bye now.